And you said you didn't want your mom to get an autopsy. Is that correct?
Correct.
Once you learned she'd had one, did you want to see the results?
I did.
Do you recall law enforcement coming to meet with you and you telling them, nope, I don't want to know?
I didn't say that.
Do you recall telling them you didn't want to know?
I don't recall that. So no.
Do you recall not being willing to have them share with you the results of the autopsy?
Judge asked and answered. It's just in a variety of different ways.
Overruled.
Do you recall indicating you did not want to sit down or that you were unwilling to sit down and have them share the autopsy results with you?
No,
You don't recall that.
that's not what I said.
What did you say?
I told them I didn't want to interview with them. I wanted to see the results and I did not want to discuss it with them.
And do you recall them indicating you wouldn't have to do an interview? They were just going to share the results with you.
They never said that.
Did you in fact decline to see the autopsy?
No, they never offered to let me see it without interviewing with them.
At some point, do you recall receiving the results of the autopsy for Tammy Daybell?
Yes.
Do you know if any of Chad and Tammy's children reached out to the sheriff's office? And specifically in relation to the autopsy?
I do.
And who reached out?
Emma Murray.
Do you know at any point if anyone attempted to make contact with Emma Murray in relation to her request?
Yes. I learned that Detective Kai Kakamanu had reached out to, or attempted to reach out to Emma and Garth with no response or callback.
Based on that, at some point, did you do something in relation to the autopsy results and Emma Murray?
I did.
What did you do?
So where none of the family members were able to.
Do you recall approximately when you attempted to make contact with her?
February 18th, 2021, after school had let out, so maybe around 4:30.
And well, you said after school had let out. Do you know where Emma was working at that time?
She was working as a teacher at Central Elementary in Sugar City.
And did you attempt to make contact with her at the school?
Yes.
And you said it would have been after school let out?
Yes.
Did anyone else go with you to try to make that contact?
Yes. That would be Lieutenant Ron Ball with Rexburg Police Department.
Were you ultimately able to make contact with Miss Murray that day?
Yes, we did.
Did you have some kind of a recording device on?
Yes,
And was a recording made of that attempt to contact her?
there was.
Your Honor, I have what's been marked as State's Exhibit 427, and defense already has a copy.
I'm Det Mattingly with Fremont Sheriff's Office, and the sheriff said that you've been working at trying to get a hold of us.
Yes.
And to talk on the autopsy results. We've been trying to get a hold of you and other family members, but probably been a comedy of errors. We haven't been able to do so.
Okay.
And which is why we showed up here, because we'd like to be able to talk with family, because I know you were the one that made a request,
Yes.
right? So we'd like to be able to do that. And
I'm going to pause here momentarily. Do you know who that female voice is that we're hearing?
That was Emma Daybell.
And did you hear in there where she confirmed she was the one that had requested the autopsy results?
Yes.
I'm going to continue playing. I stopped it at 6:31 for the benefit of the record, and I'll continue playing from 6:31.
because you're here and we're here, want to take a few minutes and talk about that and go over that? Or? Okay. Who is the attorney so we can contact?
So we've worked with Josh Garner before, but right now we don't have an attorney-client relationship with any particular attorney.
Okay. So we
decided we're gonna wait. Learn what it is when you're ready to release it.
okay. That is a choice, but we usually just let family, we always let family know. Personally, I've not had anybody really say that they want to wait. That's a little,
We're just not interested in interviewing, answering any questions. We just want to see it.
sure.
Not-
We'd like to at least let you know what's in it, and tell you about it. We're not asking for an interview. So, and of course, like now, if you're always free to leave, you can tell us we're done, anything. We're not looking to ask questions. We do want to just let you know the findings. And then later the report will, attorneys will get everything. But where we know it's back, you know it's back, we want to let family know
Okay,
and let people know what the results are. We can't go in depth on the report, but we can talk and give general findings, at
Okay.
least for now. So would you like that? Would you like to do that? What are your, okay, do you want me to set that up with Josh?
I'll have him call you.
Okay, can I give you my card so he knows who to call? That'd be great. This is an Empress, right?
Yep.
So, I said that. He knows me, he knows my number. I also, just for preparatory, I was hoping to find you, and I'm glad I did. This number on the back is for victim services, which helps with counseling and anything else because you lost your mom. That's what this number's for, is to help with that.
Okay.
Okay? It is our prosecutor's office. You don't have to talk to the prosecutor. Just say, hey, I'm looking for help with victims services. Here, I'll give you that. And that's for you, for the kids, the rest of your siblings. Okay?
Okay.
And then Josh, he can.
You have Josh's number?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do want to let you know, because we've been having difficulties trying to get a hold of people. Today was the day that we were able to get other deputies, officers to go out and try and find and make contact one way or another.
Okay.
So, if you hear from other family members or you don't, it might be dependent upon if we were able to find them or not. Okay, so I don't want that to be a big blame for you. I just want to let you know, hey, we haven't been able to get hold of anybody. And it's important to let people know or have that opportunity. That's what we were working on. So,
Okay.
okay.
Thank you.
Josh knows how to get a hold of me. We've talked before, both Vince, he knows how to get a hold of Vince, our office. We're not that big. So have him give us a call. Then we can go out and sit down with him and you and talk about it.
Detective Mattingly, at the time you were attempting to share these results with Miss Murray, was this still an active investigation?
It was.
And is it fair to say you were not going to provide her a copy of the autopsy at that time based on that?
Correct.
But you were willing to sit down and go over some of the results with her?
Yes.
There was some talk about an individual named Josh. Do you know who that was in reference to?
I do. That was in reference to attorney Josh Garner.
In the recording, did you hear yourself reference that he'd indicated he wasn't actually representing the kids?
Yes.
And was that in reference to Josh Garner?
Yes.
Did Emma ever reach out to the Fremont County Sheriff's Office again in an attempt to get the results?
No.
When you met with Emma, did she tell you anything about concerns regarding her mother's health?
She did not.
At the very end of the recording, you say something along the lines of, I do want to let you know. What was that in regards to?
It's in regards to the findings from the autopsy result.
So you wanted to make sure that Emma Murray had access and knew the results of that autopsy.
Yes.
And again, Emma Murray declined to hear those results.
She did.
I have no further questions. Thank you.